one of the most deceptive things that anybody ever could have, right? Your feelings and your emotions, right? So when a woman is talking about her feelings or how she feels in the argument.
So you're trying to be right in this situation. Think about what you're just doing.
Well, can I finish my point first?
That is wrong. So you're literally proving my point. But go ahead.
Before you interject, no, I didn't. But before you interject, can I finish my point so you can understand what I'm saying?
Do y'all realize that women have a secret way of being right that men don't know? They add their feelings in it. Because when a person feels something, they're always right because that's how they feel. You can't invalidate a person's feelings. So that's why women spend so much time saying, well, I just feel like this and I just feel like that, because that actually automatically makes them right and also makes them narcissists.
Everybody does think they're right, especially when you're arguing, with double X chromosome humans. That's what I like calling y'all now. OK, so everybody thinks they're right. But why is it important to admit when you're wrong? Anybody can jump in.
Oh, man. I think a person who can't admit when they're wrong, I just think you just totally are a douchebag. You know what I'm saying? Male or female. I think your credibility is shot. Mm-hmm. And I just generally don't want to converse with you on no level. Mm-hmm. That shit gets annoying, especially when you're in a relationship. Man, it's just like it's hard to communicate with that person. You know what I'm saying?
Just they're not willing to grow. That means they're just stunted, they're narrow-minded. And there's no point wasting your time with those types of people, especially when it's proven that they're wrong and they still just want to be strong and strong. I have no time for people like that.
So I have a question. So like, if we talking about relationships, are they wrong because of an opinion? Like you feel strongly about something and you're like, hey, that's not right. And then they just don't understand why it's not right. So then how do you know who's right and wrong in a relationship?
You have to present the facts. You got to present some kind of data to.
But there are no facts.
I was asking Sean.
Can you ask that again? I'm sorry.
If you're in a relationship and you're saying that the person, so your girlfriend, that she's wrong about something, but then you're saying she's wrong because you have a strong opinion about something. How can you prove that she's wrong instead of just saying, hey, I don't want to deal with you because she just doesn't get what's going on?
Yeah, I wouldn't just, I think every situation is different, of course. So I wouldn't just assume just because I have a strong opinion about something that she's wrong. But sometimes we know that sometimes people are just fucking wrong. You know what I'm saying? They don't literally know nothing about what they're talking about and they're just being contrarians. And I mean, I keep everything real. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when we have arguments, we get so dug into our point. And once you say certain things to me or once I'm in a certain mode, I really don't give a shit what you're saying. You're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Now I'll come back later and be like, you know what? I was bugging. You know what I'm saying? That actually made sense. You know what I'm saying? And that to me is part of being honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? And being fair. Coming back once I realize, even if I realize I was wrong, you know what I'm saying? I'll come back to like, you know what? You were right about XYZ. But I realize, I'm going to be honest with y'all, a lot of women don't do that. They will not do that. They'll say, well, it could have been true at some times. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest with you. In my personal experience, I'm not saying most women. I'm just saying in my personal experience.
Do y'all realize that women have a secret way of being right that men don't know? They add their feelings in it. Because when a person feels something, they're always right because that's how they feel. You can't invalidate a person's feelings. So that's why women spend so much time saying, well, I just feel like this and I just feel like that, because that actually automatically makes them right and also makes them narcissists. So when you just are talking to a woman and if they start throwing out, well, I just feel like this, or they bring their feelings in to a point, that means they're trying to be right by default, because if you turn around and argue back with her point after her saying she feels like something, the first thing she's going to accuse you of is you just invalidated my feelings and now you automatically wrong. So
well, I think that's what it is.
Huh?
I don't necessarily think it's the words. I think it's how the words are handled. It's the actions, it's the nonverbals that you're picking up on that are not necessarily right. And in the conversation, the words that either one of you are saying could be right. All of those words could be right, but it's the way that you're handling the words. It's the emotion behind the words. It's what you fail to do after the words. So I think it's the practice of actually communicating. I don't think it's necessarily sometimes a communication. Now, sometimes you just could straight up be wrong, but you only know someone is wrong if you could prove it with a fact. If you don't like the way that someone is talking or handling the conversation and you think that they're wrong for that, then you're feeling like they're wrong. So you address it. How can we handle this in a better fashion moving forward? So a lot of times I think it's the actions with the words.
And in some situations, both people can be right and both people can be wrong. Like both people can have a valid point, but they handled, just like what you just said, they handled it wrong and they're not listening to the other person, which makes both of them wrong all at the same time, because they're both trying to battle and go at, like talk about their point versus listen to the other person's point. So both people can have a point, but if they don't listen to each other's point, now they're wrong to each other for not listening to the other person's point.
Wait, let me just add a point of clarity to what both of y'all just said. No, somebody can be completely fucking wrong. No matter how you handle or how you communicate, nothing. You could be completely fucking wrong. Don't matter how you handle it. I'm just making sure that we just clear on it. You can be fucking wrong.
Okay, well,
hey, what's going on, everybody?
It don't matter all that follow-up shit. It don't matter. Wrong is wrong.
Let's do a role play real quick. What would be wrong for you? Like if I just came in the house and was like, "Why you got your shoes all over the place?" That's wrong. Right?
Yeah, you wrong for thinking you're my mama.
That's wrong.
Yeah, you're not my mama. Absolutely. You're not my mother.
Right. So that means you're wrong.
The shoes are all
both people are wrong. He's wrong for having his shoes all over the house, but you're wrong for how you handling it.
No.
Can I interject this? Can I interject this point? Hey, how's everybody doing? Hey, listen. So Mr. Let Go. When you say that, okay, so a woman, the way that she wins an argument and the way that she's right is when she interjects her feeling and she says, well, you're dismissing my feelings. I think that that's totally inaccurate, right? Because at the end of the day, we all know that feelings are one of the most deceptive things that anybody ever could have, right? Your feelings and your emotions, right? So when a woman is talking about her feelings or how she feels in the argument.
So you're trying to be right in this situation. Think about what you're just doing.
Well, can I finish my point first?
That is wrong. So you're literally proving my point. But go ahead.
Before you interject, no, I didn't. But before you interject, can I finish my point so you can understand what I'm saying? So basically, the point being is that if you don't have to succumb to that, or that doesn't make you wrong in an argument. If you are stating your point and you're stating your case with your lady and she's emotional, you don't have to concede to her emotion in order for her to be right. You don't have to succumb to her emotional whims. Like that's not necessary.
That wasn't
so that doesn't mean that but you're saying that she wins the argument, right? What you exactly said was
no. I said
she wins the argument by interjecting her feelings into it.
It is an attempt. A lot of women would attempt to prove their point or plead their case by wrapping it around in their feelings. And when they feel a certain kind of way, that is how they feel, which means they are right in how they feel. So they are right. But at the end of the day, you can see things differently, but they are still right in how they feel. And when you go against how they feel, you are indeed invalidating their feelings, because in a lot of cases, an argument is simply two people talking at the same time. So if you give that woman the floor and you hear how she feels about something, whether it's right or wrong to you, it's her. Because the thing about it is, it's about perception. She can see something totally different than you. So just because you're a man and she's a woman, that doesn't make you right. And just because she's in her feelings and she's emotional doesn't make her wrong. Her reality has to be seen for what it is. Does that make sense?
Some people think they fucking unicorns. That don't mean just because they feel that way, they're right.